So, Father, I have a very interesting question. One of my friends, he asked this question: how we as a Catholic should celebrate the feast of Easter, which is actually a very important feast in a church in a time like this?
Well, not only very important feast, very happy feast, actually, a feast of joy, because we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. But I would say boldly and flatly, don't celebrate Easter. Why? When people are dying, when people are in the detention centers, how can you rejoice?
Yeah.
Perhaps Easter should be turned into passion. We must celebrate the passion of the people of God. We celebrate the passion of Jesus because through His passion, He has redeemed us. But perhaps through this disease, people are suffering, participating in the passion of Jesus. Now, even Jesus, when He was alive, did He go every year to Pascha?
I don't think so.
Because a poor family, 120 miles they have to go from Nazareth to Jerusalem. That is why they made a law that the Jews were celebrating 7 festivals.
Okay.
And after that they said 3 important festivals you have to attend. But they made an exception, saying 20 kilometers around the temple of Jerusalem, they are obliged to come to Pascha, Pentecost and Tabernacles.
Okay.
So the family of Jesus was not well off. So perhaps they did not go every year to the temple because it costs a lot. So in this crisis situation, and may not be obliged to go and celebrate the Easter. In fact, that's why Vatican has given guidelines that priests can celebrate in the Eucharist or Easter or Good Friday or Maundy Thursday without the people of God, without faithful, because for common good we have to obey the government rules. And there are people, situations where they will be unable to participate in any of the feasts of the church. Take Saudi Arabia, take mountainous areas, desert areas where they can't even get online to attend the Mass. Therefore, see, the problem with our religion is we are ritualistic. We have to somehow, anyhow, fulfill the ritual and then I am happy. No, in this time of crisis, can I celebrate Easter? Supposing my daddy died 1 week before my birthday. Will I celebrate my birthday? I will postpone it for next year. This year, no celebration. This year, no marriage in my family because daddy has died. In the same way, when people are dying, when people are in crisis, and when government and the church authorities have requested us to not to go out of homes, therefore all the more we should be thirsty to celebrate the festivals, but not exactly on the same day.
Yeah,
because after all, it's not a divine law. Easter was celebrated after 4th century. Christmas, for example, after 4th century only. Christmas was established by human beings, not by God. It was a sun worship. Constantine the Great established the feast of Christmas in the 4th century. So till 4th century, how were they celebrating? There was no fixed date. In fact, even today, Eastern churches celebrate Easter in a different date than the Western churches. So we don't need to feel guilty. We don't need to feel guilty. That's why I again say, Jesus said, worship the Lord in truth and in spirit. That must be the spirit of our faith these days of crisis.
Okay. Just now you mentioned the word divine law.
Yeah.
What could you mean by that, Father?
See, divine law, normally we say the moral laws.
Oh, okay.
You know, murder, theft, and then adultery and all. These are what we call divine laws. And there is a church's law. So church's law can change. For example, married priesthood is not a divine law. Celibacy is not a divine law. You see? But we need certain order. That's why we give some rules and regulations. But they are not eternal. Some things which harm other people, that is question of conscience. And after all, what is the voice of conscience? Is the voice of God.
Okay.
Therefore, there are certain things, church's law. And we love the church. And she wants to give us guidance. Therefore, we obey the church's laws.
Yes, thank you, Father, for that clarification. It's so nice to hear from you that clarification. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you.